So in lieu of Dave getting a new house from his secret meeting with the corporation, Rybo and I emailed, no response. DM'd, no response.
Nothing.
Text them. What happened, Rybo?
Nothing.
MySpace, Western Union, Smoke Signal,
Flare gun.
Google search, Google Match, Craigslist. They didn't get back to us, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, this is, these are my guys, right? These are we share the same skin. That's how I feel about them, and they make me laugh. I laugh all the time, and we're always smiling at each other. I don't know what's happening, man. I could put in a good word, but I don't want to rock the boat, dude. I mean, we're just getting there right now. I got the pool, I got the house, the piano.
Well, you know what the funny thing
wooden
is?
door over there.
The funny thing of all this is that when Rybo and I couldn't get hold of anybody with the corporation, we
nice people.
We went to Gabe for some advice, and
I'll be right back.
This is what he said to us. Rybo, remember the advice that Gabe gave us about the lack of the corporation?
Well,
you
what
can
he said.
just the word corporation alone is enough to give Gabe a conniption fit.
I know the first word that he said for sure, and that was show. After that, I'm not exactly sure, but I think he said, "Show a white man sits over the hole in his own carpet," or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Right way to do a wrong thing.
No, that he did give us advice. He said, "Show a white man shit over a hole in his own carpet." So is he saying that they sit over a hole or they shit over a hole? Because both make sense.
It's true, and I think you'd do. I think you'd sit over it first, and then
and then maybe things nature would just come take its
well, listen, we don't get a response from the corporation. We're gonna Google Earth. You know who? We'll go right to his fucking house, man. You want to see? You want to talk about shitting over your own hole? We'll shit bomb his house. How does that sound?
Dude, I'm gonna have to tell on you guys. I'm sorry. Don't ban me. But these guys are my family, man.
We got Toho. We got Toho working on your address, Dave. And we find your address. We're gonna shit bomb your house too. He'll find it. He works for the government, eh? He works for the government. He'll find it.
Yeah.
I don't even live in this country anymore, man. Everything's changed, brother.
Where do you live, man? Where are you right now?
Don't worry about it, man. I'm
just
down the street,
sunny and hot
down the street from Barrie, dude. It's normal. Don't worry about it.
Stupid piano that Elton John wrote Tiny Dancer on behind you back there. I'm so sick of it. Sick of you flaunting it all over the place. You know what? But you know what? Listen, one thing that'll never let us down, Rybo. Dave might have split off and done his own thing. One thing that'll never let us down is the family. And we're talking about the bands that broke up too early. Cody Clark said, I'd have to pick Jane's Addiction. They laid a lot out what the 90s came to be. Okay? But I guess they kind of broke up, right?
Yeah. I don't know how many albums they had. They got back together again later, but...
Yeah.
Jamie Rainey, LV, I have to agree. This is definitely the best show on the internet. In fact, the best show ever is what they say.
Yeah.
Jake Chavez, that son of a bitch, is barely holding on to not being banned. Said the Red Bubble shirts aren't the ripoffs you're seeing in the wild.
Give it up. He's still talking about that.
Give it up, man. We're sick of this shit.
Yeah.
He owes us money if he ever gets any money. He will owe us.
Well, he will split it with us. He's a good guy. Yeah.
He's lucky. Dermighty Boosh. My mom sat for a bit and got a good chuckle out of this episode. She said she didn't realize that the Sex Pistols only made one album. Thank you, Winnipeggers. That's Dermighty Boosh said that.
Right.
Paul McKay. Do we know Paul McKay?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
From Dave's house, not that house, obviously.
Damn, dude.
Dave's shitty house in Winnipeg.
Here's what Paul McKay says. Random kick-axe fact that everyone should know. They contributed a few songs to the Transformers original cartoon movie. They weren't allowed to be credited as kick-axe because the name was too violent for a children's movie, too violent for a cartoon about a race of robots locked in eternal war. So their name was Spectre General.
That's right.
Right. Yeah.
I remember those guys telling us that on the last cruise.
True story.
But I didn't know that it was because it was too violent.
Well, I think it was probably about kick-axe. You couldn't say that in 1985 or whatever.
Why?
You couldn't say fucking devil. I don't know.
Oh, right. Yeah.
John Bienda said, Rybo probably knows about this. Scrubalokane was a Canadian rock music group active for, this Uncle Ahaf might know, from 70 to 75. Although released only one album during their time as a band, they are noted for having garnered a Juno Award nomination. Best internet show ever, says Ian Alex K. Noja says it's a kick-ass show. And here's
you can't
another
say
one.
Kick-ass.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
This is a Spectre Generous show. Oxford DA98 says Beastie Boys. It doesn't come off as a rock band, but they started as punk rockers. They didn't break up, but Autumn Yock died too soon. I wouldn't say that. Even when they were around for like 20 freaking years. Right. And one last one is Michelle Worrell. I wish that Motley Crue wouldn't have kicked Vince Neil out of the band. I wish they would have worked things out. And Rod Stickler's intro for tonight's Winnipeggers with Cannonball Run was genius. You three as girls cracked me up. Best show on the internet. So that seems to be
nice.
the consensus here from all the fine people from the family. They think that this is the best show on the internet. Do you agree with that, Rybo?
I think from what I've heard from the data that we've been getting is that this is the best show on the internet right now. Definitely.
Yes. Dave, and we've just talked to a lot of our friends here.
Yeah, I love them.
Do you have some people that you'd like to say hi to by chance? Oh, jeez.
I'd like to give a shout out to some of the fans, or family as we like to refer to them as Winnipeggers. I'd like to say a big shout out to Dean Davis, all the way from Los Angeles, California. Maybe we're neighbors, Dean. You never know. I never go out anyway. Look at my place. Why would I leave? Say hi to Barry and the Los Angeles Dodgers for us. Barry started the show, was really his idea, and the Dodgers never made it to the World Series, but they came close. There's always next year. Lola Fisher from Toronto. The Big Smoke. Ho, 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 ho. Say hi to Drake for us. We love you, Drake. We're always listening to your newest music and tunes, and we're far away from rock and roll, too, just like you are. We're a very nice friend of ours. Jake Jacobson, all the way from the UK. I heard it rains there a lot. I hope you keep real dry. Have a pint, matey, or mate, whatever it is. We love you, Winnipeggers. Rybo and I and Chris, we just love you. And I want to say one last thing to my favorite little family member. You're the little cutin' button. I remember the day you were born, and I would still change your little diaper. Tyler Palco, all the way from Okotoks, Alberta. Don't kill us. There's no need to threaten us and kill us. We're just like you. Let's have a little drinky poo and love each other. Don't threaten our lives. We love you here at Winnipeggers. And the music stopped, but that doesn't matter because there's still so much love. Goodbye.
Came in like a lion and went out like a lamb on that one. That is true though. One of my oldest friends for 31 years, Tyler Palco, got so loaded on the cruise at the end of the night, he's like, "I'm gonna kill you." That's what he said to me. So he did not kill me, which would have really sucked because if he did, I wouldn't be here right now at Winnipeggers 69.
He was just joshing.
No, he was just joshing. That's an old school saying. He was just joshing.
And I'm gonna kill you is very old school. It's very elementary school, grade 1 to 6. I'm gonna kill you. Ranging out Rybo.
It's New Kids on the Block era. I'm gonna kill you means I want to take you out.
Dead after school, man.
Yeah, man. See, I didn't know you when you ranked. I said to Chris the other day, we should do an episode called Internal Fighting because we've been friends for so long. We've had fights. We could bring up the rank thing. Chris and I had a thing a few years ago. I think I'm over it. I don't know if he is. I don't think so.
How about a couple weeks ago?
How about earlier today, like right before we started?
Well, it's on text. There's a
Rybo's
lot of bravery on text.
There wasn't really much to say. He just was. He's a little guy that was wearing matching shorts and tank top. With
Save it for episode 73. We'll be out of material soon.
Hockey stick.
Well, you guys are scared. You and my brother would be scared of little babyface Wywen. I'd be swinging that stick, and you'd run for your life.
Don't get triggered. Babyface Wywen is what made you go crazy. Yeah.